The forest was never meant to be entered after sunset. Everyone in the nearby village knew that. They said the trees remembered people. They said the ground listened. But when the sun fell behind the mountains and the sky turned the color of old bruises, 5 figures stood at the edge of the demon forest anyway. No bird sang, no insects moved. The forest waited. They crossed the boundary just as the last light vanished, and the air changed instantly, thick, damp, heavy, like breathing through wet cloth. The trees were too close together. Their trunks twisted and scarred. Bark split open like old wounds that never healed. Roots rose from the ground like fingers, clawing at their boots as if trying to pull them under. At first, there was only silence. Then the whispering began. It wasn't loud. It wasn't even clear. Just a low murmur drifting between the trees, brushing past their ears like breath. One of them laughed nervously and said it was the wind. There was no wind. The path they followed was narrow and wrong. It curved back on itself when no one was looking, stretched longer when they tried to hurry, and shrank when they slowed down. Time felt slippery. A minute passed like an hour. An hour vanished like a second. Someone said, "Did we come this way already?" No one answered. They kept walking. The whispering grew clearer. It began to form words not spoken, but remembered. A voice that sounded like a mother calling a child home, a friend's laughter, a lover's breath in the dark. Each person heard something different, and each one reacted the same way. They stopped. The forest liked hesitation. One of them turned around suddenly. "Where's Mark?" They counted. 4, no footsteps fading. No scream, no struggle, just absence. They called his name. Their voices swallowed the moment they left their mouths. The trees leaned closer, branches bending without wind, leaves trembling like they were excited. Then Mark answered. His voice came from deeper in the forest. Calm, familiar. "Wrong, I'm fine," it said. "Come here." Relief flooded them too fast. Too easy. They followed the voice, ignoring the way it echoed from places it shouldn't. How it came from above, below, behind. All at once, they found him standing between 2 massive trees. But he wasn't alone. Something stood behind him, its shape hidden by shadow. Tall enough that its head disappeared into the canopy. Its limbs were too long, bending the wrong way, joints cracking softly as it shifted. Its skin looked like bark stretched over something moving underneath. Mark smiled. His eyes were black. "Don't be scared," he said. "It just wants to know you." The thing behind him leaned forward. Its face unfolded slowly, like wet paper being peeled back. There were too many mouths, stacked and layered, each one whispering a different name. Each mouth smiled. Someone screamed. The forest answered. Roots erupted from the ground, wrapping around ankles, dragging bodies down. Trees groaned as if laughing. The thing moved impossibly fast, its limbs blurring, passing through shadows like they were doorways. One of them ran. The forest chased. Branches whipped across their face, cutting skin, drawing blood that steamed when it hit the ground. The whispering turned into chanting, rhythmic and hungry. With every step, the path shifted, bending them deeper, further from anything that resembled escape. They tripped. The ground opened. Hands, human hands, pale and rotting, reached up from the soil, grabbing, pulling, clawing. Faces stared from beneath the dirt, mouths open in silent screams, eyes begging to be remembered. A voice spoke directly into their mind. "You came willingly. You listened. Now you belong." They crawled away, sobbing, lungs burning, until they reached a clearing. At its center stood a tree unlike the others. It was massive, ancient. Its trunk split open to reveal a hollow filled with darkness that pulsed like a living heart. Symbols were carved into its bark, warnings, prayers, names scratched by desperate hands. The thing emerged from the shadows behind them. It no longer bothered to pretend. Its body unfolded fully now, towering, impossibly thin, its surface shifting between bark, bone, and flesh. Eyes opened across its form, blinking independently, locking onto the remaining survivor. "You walked into my memory," It said, its voice layered with thousands of others. Now you will stay. They begged, they promised, they prayed. The demons smiled with every mouth it had, roots wrapped around their body, lifting them gently, almost lovingly, and pressed them against the hollow tree. The darkness inside reached out, swallowing them inch by inch. Their screams echoed briefly, then joined the whispering. The forest grew quiet again. At dawn, the villagers found new carvings on the trees near the edge of the forest, 5 names, fresh, and somewhere deep within the demon forest. The whispering continued, waiting patiently for the next ones who wouldn't listen.